You put a TZ6 ST in your bag tomorrow. As straight as I've seen you hit it.
All right, guys, welcome back. So today we're taking a deep dive, Michael, into driver shafts.
Yeah.
What is it that people really need out their driver shaft? So many options, bend profiles, balance points, weights, flexes, you name it.
Yeah, I think
We've got it.
Well, we do have it. I think there's sometimes maybe a fraction confusion. You know, weight over flex, flex over weight. I prefer weights of shafts when I do fittings. I think we have the ability to make really any flex here, which is nice. So yeah, good little test to show weight and flex.
Yeah, I think one of the things we're going to try and identify, guys, is from the different sort of weight and flex characteristics or options that companies offer, what does that give you guys? Is that going to be more speed if you find you're dropping a little bit? Is it more stability? Is it more of a bias towards one side or the other? I think people have a lot of sort of preconceived notions about what you might get if you go with a softer shaft versus stiffer, heavier versus lighter. We know how we apply it in the bay, but it's not always as straightforward as you think. Not everyone will hit a specific shaft to the right or high
Correct.
or low, etc. So we're going to take a dive into that today. We've picked 3 shafts, same company, same bend profile. Accra TZ5.
Yep.
We've went lighter, softer, 50 regular, a 60 stiff, and then a 70X.
Yeah.
So we're going to play it in my current gamer of choice.
Yeah, Old Faithful.
Yes.
9
Old
degree sim.
So let's hit a few. Let's start it out and let's kind of just let the test sort of unfurl itself.
Cool.
And then we'll give you your thoughts as to why it's happening that way.
Awesome. Okay, Fraz, TZ5 50M3, not your spec at all. If you were to walk into a big box retailer or come in as maybe not as educated on what you should play, I mean, you have these people that go into like these, I'm a stiff flex, and because that's what I was told to play, or I'm a regular flex, that's what I was told to play. So it'd be interesting to see how this shaft plays for you. You're way faster than what I would fit you into this shaft anyways.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't walk into any club fitting store and somebody would hand me 50 regular and go, that's the one for
That's
you.
the one for you, yeah.
All the best. And that's what I want to talk about today, Mikey, is sort of almost the myths that are attached to, shaft choices or sort of shaft designation. And number one would be you have to be a certain speed to swing a certain shaft.
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
Correct.
That's not always the case. Weight is a little bit more tricky because that's based a bit more on feel and what we're trying to kind of do with the timing. But let's look at stiffness to start with.
Okay.
Softer generally people think goes left.
Left, yeah.
Closure.
Yeah.
A higher rate of closure. Let's see.
Good strike out of the gates.
Healy.
Okay.
Wee bit Healy.
How was that strike?
The last 2 have been good.
Okay. And obviously being a 60X player, first couple swings with this, how's it feel?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think for a lot of people, lighter and softer is easier to swing. It's going to be less of a tax on your energy and effort and all that stuff. So you're going to get some pretty decent results out the gate. Whether it's, easiest to control, that's probably what we're going to see,
Right,
but
okay.
not bad. And it was a good result.
Yeah, you got away with it really good.
Yep. Good club head, Michael. Good driver.
Sounded pretty good.
Yeah,
A good drive.
not bad.
Okay, fry. French fry.
Chris Fry. Chris Fry.
All right, Fraz. TZ5 60 M4 now. Moving closer to kind of spec of what you would use. You've used TZ5 in the past.
Yeah.
Comfortable weight.
Probably probably a more familiar weight for sure.
Right.
So I think of all the ones, this would be the one I would pick.
Yeah.
Like I would have assumed this would be the closest.
Okay.
Well, let's have a look.
Good start. Nice flight.
Yeah, good looking. Just a good looking high draw, isn't it? That's what you want. I want.
Tell me what you want.
What I really, really want. You're a wee bit of a spice girl. What spice would you be?
Paprika. What spice would you be today? What'd you learn about in golf today, Mike? Nothing. I just figured out I'd be a paprika. Tried to come back a bit. A little thin.
A little bit.
Sounded good.
That was one of the most solid ones so far.
Yeah, good swing. Good swing. Great swing. Good strike. Okay, Fraz, into the 70 M5 version now, TZ5.
Well, TZ6 ST.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little bit more stable down below, well,
Yep.
throughout basically, pretty stout profile. But in that weight category we're looking for.
Yeah, you feel the weight immediately is different. Like 50 and 60 felt good. 50
Yeah.
felt good, I think, because it was the first swings I was making.
Yeah,
60 felt good because it's what I'm comfortable with.
yeah.
And immediately this feels like it's
You need to put some effort in.
aye, beastly.
Let's see it.
Beastly.
Good strike. First couple swings feels like a lot of work.
I wouldn't say a lot of work right now. It's kind of the swings you make when you're on hole 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all feel good.
Yeah.
You just down the stretch, are you going to fancy it?
16, 17, yeah, no thanks.
Wee guy like me.
You put a TZ6 ST in your bag tomorrow. As straight as I've seen you hit it. New Acra iron shafts, new Acra driver shaft. Holy moly.
Feels good.
High in the face.
Yeah,
Get away with it.
did. Kind of had that miss a couple of times today and not
Yeah.
nearly had that result.
This is a good driver. Hell of a performance with the heavier shaft
Yeah.
for sure. Like you said though, at the end of the round, you really want something you got a bench that's heavier.
I think it just comes down to, at the end of the day, all of these shaft options, Mikey, they purely come down to one thing, and that's which one do you time the best?
Yeah,
It's the timing thing.
yeah,
You know, that's why we always index on weight over flex, because you'll gravitate towards one from the timing perspective over the other. You know, kind of struggled a little bit with the 5,
Yeah.
the 50 early on.
dispersion got a bit wide. Not wide on it, but definitely more of that rightward miss. Whereas that 60, I mean, the 70 dispersion is really, really good.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
ball's-
mean, look at the club head speed going up a little bit. So, I mean, path and angle of attack, very much the same.
Yeah. Club head speed goes up a little bit.
Mile an hour.
Ball speed creeps up fast as well.
I mean, and if you go to table 1 sec, I mean, obviously that one I caught high in the head, number 4, you know, 319, it was a fine result, but just disable at a second. I think from a ball speed perspective, like if we look at that standard deviation and ball speed minus that one shot were unbelievable with the heavier shaft.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, really, really nice.
Definitely. All right, Michael. Quick overview, nice little look at the end there of the TZ665 ST, or ST65. Good launch, good spin.
Yeah.
So we can dispel some things. It was not about the softest shaft spinning more.
Correct.
Not at all. It didn't really launch higher. I mean, the 60 and the 50, regular and the stiff, were
Same.
basically the same.
Yeah.
No difference at all. It was just the timing element of the heavier shaft just gave me what it was that I was really looking for.
Yeah, and we didn't tinker much with like the settings or the club head setting or anything like that, but the 65 being a little bit heavier, I mean, you can't argue with that dispersion.
I wouldn't need it to look any other way. But hopefully, guys, as you can see, and you know, talking to clients and talking to fitters, aspiring fitters, don't just look at a 95 mile an hour driver swing and go, oh, you look like you're 60 stiff.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because you're doing a disservice to your client. You're doing a disservice to the wall of shafts or the matrix that you carry. There might be something that's a little outside the box, and understanding how people react within the first few clubs I give to people. That's a discovery process,
100%.
Mikey, where we're going to learn what people like, what they respond well to. It's a bit of a taste test. You know, how do we know if you like heavier unless you try heavier?
Correct.
That's the reason we have a launch monitor to measure these types of things. We see the numbers, we see the standard deviation, we look at it across multiple shots, get the feedback, we work together, and we're going to nail down the ideal result. So picking up 9 yards on the heaviest, stiffest versus the softest, lightest, it's not really what conventional wisdom would tell you would happen.
No, or a couple miles an hour or tighter dispersion, none of that. So yeah, great test.
Very good, very good. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Lots more of these kind of, I would call this a Mythbusters, right? So there's certain things that we sort of look at and think that that's conventional wisdom, and you know, we're going to dispel some of those and dive into that a little bit more. I think shafts is the big one for me. People always ask us in our DMs, or whether it's on the Monday Q&A, I do this, and this, what shaft should I play?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even, where do you even start with
Not
that?
that cookie cutter.
Yeah, it really isn't. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Lots more to come. We'll see you again soon.